has just started to dream for the first time for my life, like what I could possibly have, even though I got life.
Oh, you got a documentary on Netflix.
Yeah.
You got an album attached to it.
Yeah.
You done did film festival.
We can build a world where we don't respond to harm and violence with more harm and violence.
Man, y'all got me up here sitting up here like the little hoodlum, man.
It took a while, but my little church self came back like, hold on.
Talk to me about where your relationship is now with God.
Because I want it. I want it. More than my anger, more than I want to satisfy my anger, bro. I want redemption for me.
What I'm slapping, put in work to gain traction. Get me in that mode to make it happen. What I'm slapping, lace you a game to break the mold. The game is to be sold, not told.
What is the deal? Welcome back to another episode of What I'm Slappin'. I'm Bort.
And I'm Juice. What's happening, man? Welcome back to another episode where we back on it, huh?
Definitely.
It's rocking and rolling.
Back
you know
at
what
it,
I mean?
Back at it again.
But yeah, man, today's guest, you feel me? We gonna be having on a dope artist, man. You got an amazing story.
Definitely. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm calming myself down a little bit. You know, I've been having a rough morning, to be honest with you, boy. Can't even lie. Trying to figure out my clothes and shit, but it goes with the fashion of it, man. But
shit.
Man, let's get into this shit.
I'm trying to relax and get out of that robotic sound y'all been telling me.
You see me? I'm trying to tell my let's get into this shit. You feel me? I think it helps us is the more we can relax a little bit with each other, boy. You feel me? But man, let's not waste no time. Let's get into it because, like I say, today's guest is gonna be a beautiful guest. Has an amazing story, man. We have JJ'88 coming on. You know, a singer, rapper, amazing human being. You know, has a great story. He has a documentary out right now on Netflix that has an album attached to it, songs from the whole. It connects with each other. Both of them is telling an amazing story. Man, so y'all give it up for JJ'88, man, coming out of Long Beach, California.
Long Beach. Appreciate you coming on. Feel good. It was cold earlier.
Yo. I ain't gonna lie, I was standing over there like, yo, it's low-key cold.
Hey, I was too. I'm like, let me get on
this shit bust you on your face, man.
How you been?
How you been, man?
I've been blessed, man. I'm good.
How was this morning for you?
It's good. I woke up, you know, I'm looking at all these like responses coming in after people just, you know, been able to watch the film now that it's out on Netflix. Mm-hmm. So I just been marinating in the love that's been coming through. It's been good.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Before we get into it though, we want to start with what you've been slapping for the week. Theme of the show. Let us get a new song or an album that you've been slapping, throwback, and then also a underground or up and coming artist.
Ooh, all right. So
let's start with new.
So the new song I'm slapping is my song, Here Now.
Ah, there we go. That's
we just released that. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited. I've been playing it on repeat. It's been a cool experience just to go into my streaming service and play it. So Here Now is the new shit I'm bumping.
Exactly.
All right, and what throwback, man? Just a throwback that you can always just fall on, man. Some foundation for you that you like. You know what? This is my throwback slap.
Sade Greatest Hits. I've been like playing. So I have a vintage Benz. I got a '97 SL5.
Ooh, okay.
But my shit old. Like I ain't even like did it up yet. So I still got a CD changer in there. I can play CDs, but like, you know, I can't play no other music. So I just been riding around to Sade CD and
you old school flipping it through the book.
On me. I got them in there.
Yeah,
she got some of the deepest lyrics. I ain't gonna lie.
So powerful.
You can't go wrong with her.
Her voice is just silk. It's just like, you know, when you in this LA traffic, it just help you get through that. You
Hell
know?
yeah, calm you down, soothe you. What about an underground or up and coming?
Up and coming, I've been listening to people from North Long Beach. I've been listening to Kneezy is a young North Long Beach rapper, 2N rapper, and 6'5" Wax is somebody I've been listening to, also from North Long Beach, 2Ns. Shout out to 2N, shout out North Long Beach. And these artists are, to me, really represent like another wave of young artists coming out of Long Beach, and in particular coming out of north side of Long Beach, which is where I grew up, you know. So I'm really excited to like see how far they go and like how much they continue to like share our culture and our way.
Amazing. I ain't gonna lie. I have found I think he's from the Bay, but he is like out here in LA, but his name is Simi. He's a Middle Eastern guy, and he rapping, but if you watch like his social media and shit, he rapping the hood shit, but he got his folks like in the background dressed in their attire and everything.
Yeah, there we go.
But
That's
he go
hard.
crazy though, I ain't gonna lie.
That's hard.
Man, that's dope, man. Shit, Vince Staples, ain't he from the north
Vince
side
from the
of Long
north.
Beach, right?
Vince from Two Ends too.
You feel
like,
me,
they
man?
got talent coming out of that whole like Cherry Ave, Ramona Park area. Like they really got a lot of talent coming out of that section. So I'm really excited to see like how far they go, because Vince put on for his section. So it's exciting to see them do their thing
For sure, yeah.
We want to know what y'all been slapping as well. So go ahead and get down in the comments and use hashtag what I've been slapping and let us know what y'all been on. We're going to go straight into a game that we play called Rapid Fire Slaps. Basically, we're going to play you 3 songs and we want you to give us one word that comes to mind after each song.
And there's some shit you gonna be able to fuck with too.
Yeah. Okay.
Back to the block, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Funky is the
About to get the walk.
He set up on us though, like fuck that. Hold on, this it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Unk. That's
Okay.
Unk. That's the OG. That's
All
the
right.
legend. I mean, I'm gonna give him a few words. That's Uncle Snoop. He hard.
That's
Okay.
cool. That's cool. We got some more for you.
I don't know this.
It's my testimony in all that I go.
Ooh, that
You
took a
know it.
while.
We gonna bring it back one more time just because it wasn't loud enough for you. Just so
Yeah,
I need you
one
to
more
because you at
time.
first you hit us like,
That's
nah, I don't know
church.
this one, and then it's like, nah, I do know this one. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's run it back one more
No,
time so we
yeah.
get this kid.
Worship. Worship. That's worship. It took a while, but my little church self came back like, hold on.
For sure.
Reel it back in.
Oh, there.
Okay.
And then we got one more for you to end it off for us.
Thrived on misery, left me alone. I grew up amongst a dying breed. Inside my mind, couldn't find a place to rest.
Until I got that thug life tatted on my chest, they tell me, can you feel me?
Fast. You want to
Exactly.
fast. And just make it the first thing so it's authentic. Fuck it. Whatever come to mind, man.
Like beautiful artist, like beautiful writer, beautiful human being to have existed. Like that's what I think about. Like that's beautiful. What even just that song, like it's just a beautiful feeling that he captured, you know?
And for me, I'm gonna just start with the first one if it's cool, Bort, not to cut you off. I'm gonna just start with the first one because you mentioned Snoop. It's You feel me? And I think all of us got that relationship with Unc, even if you don't know him personally.
Right.
You feel me? I personally got a personal relationship with Unc.
Oh, that's what's
Like
up.
some real solid shit with Unc. You know, I was going through some shit up in KC with the folks up here with the organization and stuff, and I reached out to Unc and let him know. You feel me? Like I'm going through some hardships, and he did the Unc thing. You feel me? He did the Unc way. He showed me some ways of how I can get up out of that and prosper from it, and so that shit just fit that you said, Unc.
No,
man.
for sure. Like that just even that definition, like the way Snoop move is very loving. Like he moved like a Unc. He move in a way that's like, I'm gonna put you on. I ain't gonna leave you like out here just to float by yourself. If he really mess with you, you know. If he say he with you, he really with you, you know.
For sure.
And also, I mean, y'all both from Long Beach and got similar stories.
He
and
from the
he
East.
is like at the pivotal. He from the pivotal moment.
It's all good, Bort. You ain't catch that
I'm
nigga. You
sorry,
said
I
you
was
from the
like-
east side.
you said we
You
both-
from the
yeah,
east side.
I
I caught
mean,
it, Bort. I caught it, Bort.
I
I
ain't
caught
like
it.
side
My bad,
tripping.
my
I
bad,
just
my
want to
bad.
make it
It's all
clear.
good.
My
It's
bad, my
love.
bad.
But it's the
It's both
connection,
Long
though.
Beach.
Yeah, it's
Still
both Long Beach. Yeah, it's Long Beach.
Still LBC.
And then, you know, with the gospel, I watching the documentary and other research, we know that your father was in a church and you grew up singing in the choir too. I can relate to that. I lived a similar life. I grew up as a child with my granny going to church damn near every Saturday for choir rehearsal, going to her choir rehearsal during the weekend, Bible study, all that. So definitely relatable.
Wednesday night Bible study.
Man.
Tuesday prayer service,
Brother.
choir rehearsal for the youth on Thursday,
Man.
choir rehearsal.
Man, y'all got me up here
Usher
sitting up here like a
practice.
little hoodlum, man.
Wait, but Sunday you go in there, you getting there at 7 a.m. to go to damn Sunday school.
Yeah.
Then a service. Then you got an after service. Like,
Man, that's
Yeah.
for me and my relationship with church. That's why I told Bort is I wanted her to take this role with it because me growing up, man, my connection with just even religion, regardless, was a disconnect. You feel me? Me and my mom, you know, she started taking me and my brothers to church. You feel me? But then, no disrespect to it, it just for how we look at it, if church got messy in a sense. You feel me? So much other shit that was going on came into the church house. You feel me?
No, facts.
I think it pushed me and my mom's away. You feel me? So
No, facts. That's a shared experience. Like, I definitely feel like what I grew up with seeing in church slowly dissipated in my life. Like what church structure was giving me, it kind of like faded. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to the church, but suddenly it was just like not the same thing that I remember. And I can like attest to like even bringing friends that didn't necessarily grow up in church. They would feel chased away. And I'm like, I ain't trying to chase you away. I'm really trying to introduce you into my culture, but I bring you to the church and Deacon such and such talking reckless, you know? And it's like, dang, bro, like I can't really bring people into what we have if you chasing them off. So that's relatable. Like it's kind of hard to find authentic community, authentic religious communities, whether that's in the church, in the mosque or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
for sure,
I
yeah.
agree.
That's why I say like my shit just was a disconnect. You feel me? And as I got older, it's something that you feel me. You try to search for, you try to find. You feel me? And shit, to be 32 now, and it's still something that I'm still trying to search and find. You feel me? Because I got kids. You feel me? I'm trying to make it connect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Like that's you want to tap in with spirit. You want to tap in, even if it's with like the spirit of other people. You know, just being able to like connect to people and connect to something that's bigger than just me. You know.
Definitely. No, yeah, I think we all are relating to that disconnect that eventually happened, because that was a part of the reason why I kind of distanced myself from the church, because it did get messy and out of the norm of what we should be talking about. But let's get into the interview question.
Yeah,
though.
I got a nice solid interview question, so we can just start getting into the documentary. You feel me? The album, just so we can get into what we here for. You feel me?
Yeah, let's
So
get it.
it's a pleasure to have you, but we here to talk
Man,
about
thank
the
you for
documentary
having
and
me.
hear the album. You feel me?
Everything.
Thank you for having me on me.
My first one, man, that I got for you, and it's nice and neat, is man, how are you defining this piece? You feel me? Because when you look at it, you can look at it as a documentary, and then you can look at it as short film. It's just like, where do you see this as?
Well, it's a documentary visual album.
Okay, that's perfect.
It's a 90-minute feature, 97-minute feature. And what we attempted to do, Richie and Contessa and I, Richie Reseda and Contessa Gales, the director. What we attempted to do was try to take two different forms for real. So Richie and I had recorded this music while we was locked up at Soledad Prison.
Okay.
We found a way and we produced the original music, and the vocals that you hear in the film, in the visual album, and on the EP are the original vocals that me and him recorded while we was inside.
Fire.
And so we recorded this, and instead of just kind of like dropping it on like YouTube or dropping it on some kind of streamer and hoping people, you know, give us some likes, we was like, how can we get it out? Usually an artist drop a record, they go on tour and they do their promo, they do their thing. When you got 40 years to life, ain't no tour coming.
Right.
So we had to re-strategize, and so something we came up with was to do a visual album. And we was inspired by Beyonce. She had dropped Lemonade at the time, and we was in there having like full-on artistic and social discussions about, you know, the power of Lemonade and what she was talking about. We was moved by it, you know? And so Richie was like, instead of where Beyonce might have had these kind of poetry interludes in between each music video, we was gonna put documentary elements in between the music videos. And so we asked Contessa Gales to come on board, and she kind of expanded it for us. She kind of like made it into the brilliant piece it is now. Just with her vision as a director and coming in, working with me. I wrote most of the original treatments for the videos myself. And me and her went back and forth over like 15-minute calls and snail mail, just like rewriting and rocking till we got to what we seen on screen for real.
That's amazing. Beyonce is definitely the GOAT at upping her creativity with how she come out with stuff and put things out. Yeah. So that's amazing how you guys not even like took it like, oh, this is a woman thing.
No, it's an artist. It's just a brilliant artist. It's an artist who has found a way to get us to experience the music differently than just audibly. Like it's adding and it's not just one music video. It's a collection of visuals that tell one narrative story, And so that if you an artist, it don't matter who presenting that. Right. You just like, yo, that form is crazy. Yeah. Even beyond Beyonce, you got like a lot of people don't consider Purple Rain is a visual album.
Oh, mamas.
Yeah.
It's a film that is accompanied by a classic album. Right. So that in and of itself makes it a visual album. And so just being inspired by those pieces, it made sense for me and Richie to try to use this kind of form to share my music because I couldn't take it on tour. I couldn't go out and sell records out my trunk. I had to write.
Super creative. For some people, they may feel like it's a lot going on when they first watch it, especially if they're not coming from like the artistry lane. They just watching it and they like, dang, I see this element, this element, this element. For example, you got archive footage in there. You got reenactments in there. You got, of course, the music. You got different type of fonts rolling around. You got animation, praise dancing. Yeah. You got a lot going on. My question would be...
It's interesting the two church people called it praise dancing because I don't think the choreographer was like a praise dancer. I think, he was just choreographing the
that was praise dancing. I ain't gonna lie.
I saw it and I was like, look at them praise dancing. My dad, my dad is the elder. The first time he saw it, he came back, he was like, I didn't know you was gonna make like a Christian film, son. I'm like, the fact that you see it like a Christian film is good.
Facts. Yeah.
To each his own. I hope everybody see it the way they heart like interprets it. But right. It's interesting that, some of us can see that and be like, that's praise dancing,
I interpret it as a lot of controlled chaos.
See? Exactly.
That's beautiful.
And it's controlled chaos in a standpoint of that, for me, where I used to strive in controlled chaos. And I think controlled chaos is in our community. Mm-hmm. Everything that we do. We thrive in controlled chaos. And for me, I used to go and every time I'm funking with the coach, funking with this person, arguing with the wife at home, arguing with pops or whatever, I took that to the field and I'm about to throw this fuel to this fire, you feel me? But as you watching it, it's like, damn, you got all these things going on, but it's still a creative process that is working together. It's a flow, you feel me? And where I'm going with it is how do you find that flow, you feel me, for you? Because you was gone at 15, you feel me? Who were some of them voices that you listen to? I know we just talk about Snoop, we just talk about Pac, you feel me? But who else, caught that ear for you? And
you mean like musically? Who else?
Yeah, musically, who was and musically inspired you, to actually get into your pen? You feel me? When it's time for you to start finding that voice or finding out for you to tell your story.
Some of the influences.
Yeah, I grew up in the church, so I didn't really come to hip hop until like 6th grade, 7th grade.
Okay.
Sheesh, right? That sound like me.
Everybody know everything. And I don't know no songs. They singing it in class. I'm left out. Then 7th grade, like, not only do I start to like really listen to music more, that wasn't gospel music, but I saw this kid on the playground who could rap, and I was like, I thought that like only people on TV do that. I ain't never seen nobody for real do it in person. So this kid inspired me, and I went up to him and I was like, yo, can you show me how to do that? He taught me how to rap. But I ain't think nothing of it. I get locked up at 15, and while I'm in the cell, I could hear the kid next door, he beating on the bed and he bussing. He getting it.
That used to be the thing.
I still remember Jonathan Marquez, Johnny West, that's my brother. Like he was gassing, and I remember like yelling like, "Hey yo, I could spit too. When we come out, we gonna rap." He like, "All right, for sure." And I started then using my pen and taking it serious, because when I was in that day room rapping, I could see that all the other kids was really like, we wasn't in jail, we wasn't in the halls, we was somewhere in a park, and it was just two niggas rapping. You know what I mean? And from there, I was like using my pen during my incarceration as catharsis, like as like my own medicine. You know, it wasn't until I was like 25, right around when I started writing this particular project, did I start taking myself serious as an artist. I met quite a few artists at CMC, and I met one in particular from my city named Trey D, who was just like encouraging me, like, bro, you can rap, you the hardest nigga on the yard, but what's cool about being the hardest nigga on the yard? Like, that's not a feat. Like, exercise your skill, like build on it, and then, you know, from that advice I wrote this piece, you know.
What steps do you take? Like I was just telling you off camera, man, I'm trying to take steps to find my voice so that I can change that perception, change that narrative about myself. What steps do you take to gain that confidence, you feel me, to say, oh, I'm really about to put foot to this shit, and I'm pressing gas on it?
Like knowing what you want to say. At the time I wrote this album, I knew what I wanted to say when I wrote this EP. Like, I knew what I was trying to say. So the way you find out what you want to say and who you want to be, how you find your voice, a way, I'll say, the way I found it, a way is through like quieting yourself, quiet your mind, finding quiet space to really think and let your thoughts, like, non-judgmentally, let them flow through you. Like, think about what you ate. Why did you eat that? Like, you know, everything we do is a part of like what we trying to say, from what we dress, from how we dress to what we eat, and it's like all expressions of who we are. So just finding that quiet space to really, I was in a hole, I was able to meditate. I was able to sit still and lay on the ground and think about like my life and process that. And then when it came time for me to find a vibe, it was easy to summon. It's easy to summon the vibe because I was just in tune with spirit. I was just in tune with myself. So a way is to find like quiet space and meditate. A lot of people, I be telling people how to like meditate, because it's like, nigga, how you meditate? What do you do? But there's like, you know, simple techniques. Like, you could just practice and it'll help you find your voice and find like what you have to say.
Hell yeah.
That's super deep and definitely takes a lot of discipline. I want to ask this next question on just the piece overall being a very vulnerable piece, as far as like you and your family going through the motions and wanting to share with everyone else. Can you talk through what it was like to like bear it all and just like be out in the open? Like, how did that feel for you? And maybe if you heard something from your family, how were they feeling about of giving the experience to everyone else?
For me to be vulnerable is like helpful to heal. If I sit on what I'm dealing with, if I sit on what I'm going through, then I'm like gonna be
Bottling up.
Yeah, it's gonna get a little toxic. So for me, it was helpful that vulnerability just helped me like get through processing. The more I share with people when I'm rapping, the more I can share with people, the more I feel at ease about my life and I'm more aware of my worthiness. But so sharing it on a platform like this is just like, especially with seeing the reactions that people are giving, seeing that people are moved by the story that we have told, and sharing me and my family's life. My family is humbled and grateful that our story, like the pain we lived through, ain't for nothing.
Right.
It's like, you know, it's able to add value.
I feel that. That's super deep. And I know it's not probably an easy process, because most people, they going through it, like you said, it's not falling on dead ears or dead lives. You able to share it to touch other people that's probably going through the same thing and get them kind of some hope too.
And at least one person, you feel me? And I think, you know, that's what we rock with back at home, you know, with my foundation, First Family Foundation. You can at least just touch one of them, and that just touching one is enough, you feel me? Sure. One can inflict change on millions, so, you know, that's enough for sure. Diving into back into the documentary, man, you talk about a lot of political shit that you hitting on a lot of political shit throughout the film, and how you working towards if you building your activism and shit, and your organizing of everything that you doing. How does all that work come out for you? Where do you take the initial step forward? Like, hey, I'm about to become abolition. I'm about to get to organizing. I'm about to share this story, so that it can shed a positive light on everything that I done went through.
Yeah, the intention of the intention of this film is like multifaceted, but one of them is to like share our belief at Question Culture. Like, what we believe at Question Culture is that we can build a world where we don't respond to harm and violence with more harm and violence. The way we have that
Question Culture is
the management and media company that is also a co-op owned by the artists and employees that work for it, started by impacted people and formerly incarcerated people. So
I got you.
Founded by Richie Reseda, and he really wanted to bring forth this vision of like, how can we use art and culture to not just be like organizing in more of a kind of civil rights way, but like, how can, we know that culture impacts the way we all behave. So it is through culture that we seek to change what kind of ills our communities.
I feel that. Before we go any further, we want to get into the portion of our show called Keep It on the Real.
Hey, my question to you is just about the restorative justice. You feel me? And how much that is about accountability. You feel me? How much that is about healing. You know what I mean? And we know it's two sides to the coins of when we out here doing this shit and playing the street game. You feel me? And like I told you earlier, man, it's a blessing to have you back here. You feel me? But also, not trying to say it like that, but you just came home from catching the body. Yeah. You feel me? And you back on the streets, but you pushing the positivity piece all the way around. How do you enter back into society within knowing that, what I did in the past is still a healing process for another family, but also through the process of that, you still trying to restore and rebrand yourself to show motherfuckers, like you just said, is that this is why we doing this. Yeah. So that we can provide these spaces to show that you don't got to keep bringing the harm. Keep. What I mean? You know what I'm trying to say.
I'm with you.
That shit. What I mean?
It don't have to be a revolving door.
I definitely think like the first way I re-enter and like find balance and it is to give this family their privacy.
Facts.
I took something very precious to them. So it's important that I give them the privacy that they are asking for, and I respect that. Now, with regard to how I move now that I'm out here, after coming back from doing 18 years, I have to live. I'm choosing to live in a way that's like more meaningful. Like I wanna honor my brother who was murdered.
Facts.
And so the only way to do that is to do it without like shame and guilt. I can't come out here and be like, woe is me, man. I'm such a bad person. I'm so lucky to be here, man. It's like, dang, man. I can't live like that. I have to let my light shine. I have to like really show up as my full size self, and if I want to have a meaningful impact and kind of let my past be a seed. Like if my past is a seed, then I can control how it blooms with how I think and how I think about myself. So that's how I've been moving since I got home. Like,
and it's crazy that you mentioned your brother, bro, and it's the same situation because at the same time you dealing with, you just now finding out that you finna do 40 to life plus a life. Yeah. You feel me? And one of your first days, you feel me, fucking around in there, you meeting the motherfucker who killed your brother. Yeah. And sorry that I'm speaking and using the words and language that a nigga using, but it's just how I can peep it from the streets, you feel me? And once y'all go tap in with the film, you will understand what I'm talking about, you feel me? Because you hear it in your tone of voice about when you hear, when you having that conversation with your mom, you feel me? And you hearing your sister voice as she like, I wasn't supposed to say it, but it's like, where we come from, it's like, if I don't say it,
I'm out of pocket.
I'm out of pocket.
If I do say it, my brother probably finna be out of pocket. He finna risk his life.
And we trying to work on healing through this healing process. You feel me? And man, just speak on just like how that situation worked for you. You feel me? Because you talk about it in the film, but just like how did that shit hit you, bro? Because I know, like you say, nigga, he getting off, bro. As soon as I seen.
Yeah, like that's how we talk. My uncle raised me like literally saying my whole life, like, man, they take one of ours, we taking two. Like, we taught revenge from an early age. We taught hatred for somebody who harmed us from a very early age. And so it took me thinking about who I am. People, you know, the revenge that came my way was 40 years to life plus life at 16. That's the revenge of the state on behalf of the people who I've harmed, right? That's the system we have. And so when I was in this situation with Jay, the young man who murdered my brother, like, I just knew he was like me. Like, he ain't all wicked. I ain't all wicked. I committed murder when I was 15, and I'm still me. I'm still a person. I'm still growing. I still had learning to do, and I still got learning to do at 36, you know? So if I believe that about myself, then the same gotta be true for even the person who hurt me the most. We gotta keep it real.
Damn.
You gotta keep it real. That's the realest shit ever. You can't tell me you want something for you, but I can't have it.
How long did you have to simmer in it before you came to that conclusion?
The whole time. So I didn't meet him the first day I got in there. It was 10 years into my sentence. It was like the first day when I got to that prison. Just for clarity.
Yeah,
so that they get it. Like, I had been spending 10 years of my life thinking, I catch this nigga, I'ma get him.
Right.
But within that 10 years, I also have been like spending time transforming my mind. And transforming what I believed I wanted for my life. So at that time, it was kind of like a crux time. I had just turned, 25, and I had just discovered and started to proclaim myself as an artist, as a musician. I had just started to dream for the first time for my life, like what I could possibly have, even though I got life. And I had already heard how he spoke about what he did. He being Jay. I had heard what he said about my brother even before I knew he was talking about my brother. And I knew it wasn't no like, yeah, I got me one of them suckers. He wasn't on that.
Right.
He wasn't on
that. That shit gives a different sound.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
It makes a difference. I can't tell you we would have even had a movie if he would have said that when I sat down and talked to him. Like, yeah, I killed your brother and what? I can't tell you I'm finna sit here and be like, you know what? I still, it's okay. I see you and me. Like, I can't say that that's true. I grew up like everybody else.
Right.
But that ain't what happened.
Yeah.
How you find that shit? Because you angry as fuck.
Because I want it. I want it. More than my anger, more than I want to satisfy my anger, bro. I want redemption for me. I got life in prison. I'm 25.
Yeah.
I want this shit for myself. I want to go home to my family. I want to be seen as somebody who's valuable in the world. I'm not like a throwaway like they said. They ain't have a right to throw me away. And I believe that about myself, and therein lies how I do it for him. Like, cause I want it for me. Nigga, you did the same thing I did. Like, I killed somebody in the street, you killed somebody in the streets.
That's powerful.
Damn, he got me
so
fucked up. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause I know it's crazy, cause I know niggas to this day, family members, partners, or whatever the case may be, that didn't,
eye for an eye.
And did they shit, and it's eye for eye, and this shit ain't over until it's over.
On me. It's shit happening in the city right now. Like that. Like it's wars that's been going on in Long Beach longer than the people who involved in them even been alive. They don't even know why it even started. It's just, we just don't like them. They killed the homie back in 1985. I'm born in 88, bruh. What I'm doing out here? What are we really doing? We getting taught this like, man, they take ours, we take theirs. Tit for tat.
Bad
but it
cycle.
ain't just in the hood. Don't mistake that I'm saying this is just like a hood nigga issue. This ain't come from the hood. This ain't come from our ancestors. This ain't like our shit. This comes from like a way of being. This comes from like a system at play bigger than us. You feel me?
No, I feel that. It's crazy. And you speak about when you used to dream about what could be. I want you to talk to, like, the end of the documentary, you talk about you used to visualize when you were free and what it would be like with all the success that you have, and you got a Netflix on, you got a documentary on Netflix.
Yeah.
You got an album attached to it.
Yeah.
You done did film festival.
New Daddy.
Is this what you envisioned?
It's no. I ain't see Netflix coming.
How does it feel?
I barely saw Freedom coming, so I definitely didn't see all of this coming. So it feels surreal sometimes. It feels like it's like sometimes it feel like the Truman Show. Like at any minute they gonna be like, all right, cut, send that nigga back to the cell. You gonna be like, damn, you know. So, but it also feels exciting and rewarding when I'm grounded, when I get to that quiet place and I can hear what I really want for my life. I'm like, yo, I low key got what I want for my life. I'm making a living off my art, selling a record. I'm making art that's meaningful and has an intention behind it. My family is healthy. My family is around me. They love me. And it's just, I'm just grateful. I'm just riding it. I'm just trying to be a good steward of these blessings, you know?
Man, you're doing a great job. The doc was fire. And so is the music.
Thank you so much.
What is the new goal for your music? Because I know initially it was to get your story out.
Yeah.
What is it now? Because you've gotten the story out.
It's more stories. Now I'm finna just tell more stories. I'm sure people are curious about what my life is like now, and how I'm living now. So I'm finna tap into that and try to like capture like what this moment is for me so that I can share this moment too. Y'all heard my tragedy. Now I want to share what these triumphs feel like and the struggles that come with that.
What this next run look like for you? What this run look like for you to push this, information out about the album, about the doc? How this run looking for you?
It's looking good, man. We going around sharing it with as many people as we can. We have like different activations. We coming up with different, like we just did an activation where we took one of the quotes from the film that my wife Indigo says, where your healing can never be found in someone else's punishment. We just projected that onto the LA County Jail, and had her like talk about her life. Like you'll see more about that activation. But we just been taking the lessons. The goal is to take this music, to take this film, and use the lessons of these film, this story to kind of just help people through their life and heal through their process. You feel me?
Amazing. And some of the music sounds gospel-esque.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about church and how things kind of like got rocky with being a part of being in the church. Talk to me about where your relationship is now with God.
The same place it's been. I've been prayerful for as long as I can remember. So getting out of prison, I kind of did slow down on praying and just being and trying to connect to spirit, because I'm always like, it's a lot going on out here. It's so much to do. So I've been finding moments, like even moments where Here Now is the only song on the record that I recorded out here. And we recorded that record in the Santa Cruz Mountains in the Redwoods. Like in the woods.
Nice shit.
It was cool. Nice, fresh air, green as fuck, quiet.
Meditation shit you talking about.
You feel me? And I came up with Here Now. I was able to tell that story and bring that forth. But I use those moments to connect back to God and connect to spirit and just, praying every day is key for me. If I'm not like in tune, talking to God or trying to listen for what God has to say, then I'm gonna get a little lost,
Now you said Here Now was the only one that you wrote out. I put a quote down from that song that say, this was like you did 18 years, which is crazy. But in that song you say, man, I done caught some life fades. I was gone before niggas was typing on MySpace.
Yeah, first on MySpace. Oh God.
How was getting out and experiencing all that technology that has come out, or were you guys already getting
I had a
acclimated
phone.
in jail.
I was a
Okay.
nigga who had a phone.
Oh, all right. Oh, all right.
But that don't mean I knew technology. Like,
Yeah.
so I had a phone. I knew how to get on Instagram. I knew how to, like, you know, call my girl, call my family, send a text message. But what I didn't know is like how emails work.
Okay.
You know, one, I didn't even know you can check your email on a phone. You know, I just knew you needed an email to get on Instagram,
Right.
or get on these like little apps. But since coming home, it's been overwhelming. It's like I don't even want it. I don't even want my phone. In prison, nigga I done paid $800, $900 for a phone. I'm like, now get it away from me. I don't even want it. You know, it's so much access that I ain't used to. You know, people have access to you in a way that I ain't used to.
I can feel that. That's crazy.
I got one for you, man. While you was down, man, you know how sometimes you know family members come home and you hear like, man, when I was down, and I had this one big homie that was lacing my boots up in there while I was in there. Is it a homie or an experience, you know, that was just like, you know, this shit lacing my boots right now, you know, and it's time for some change in me. You feel me?
Oh yeah. Well, let me just say that it's a number of those moments for me. It really is like a community inside. Like people always talk about like deadbeat fathers that are in jail, but they low key be fathering the kids who come to jail.
That is interesting.
And they do raise us right sometimes.
That's crazy.
But in particular, I remember this OG Muslim brother, Mr. Jackson. He set us all. I was 18 on a 180, and we was in Talim. Talim is like a teaching class in Islam. But we was in Talim, and we all had life. All of us like 18, 19, 20. We all young kids. And this OG who had lost his son at the age we were. He lost his 17-year-old, 18-year-old. He had told us like, all y'all got life right now. He said, y'all think y'all not going home. You wildin', I know you acting up. I know he calling us out. Like, you know, we like his kids. And he said, but I'm gonna tell you something. One day, these doors is gonna open up. And he said, it's better to be ready now than try to get ready when the laws change and they start letting y'all out. And I heeded that advice. Anything that came my way that could you know, show that I'm thinking about who I am, that could show the system that I'm actually trying to transform myself, I did it. If it was a group, I did it. If it was a class through the mail, I did it. And it was based off his advice. And much of that is how I got home.
And that's showed in the film when you and Pops on the phone and y'all waiting to hear back from the board.
Yeah.
And you like, damn, Pops, like, nigga, I don't know if they gonna ever see the change in me.
Nah, they don't.
You feel me?
It's not even about, that process is not even about that, you know?
That's yeah.
It's not even about seeing the change in you. That process is about seeing if they want to keep you or not.
I feel you. I ain't need nothing. I feel you. If it's straight up, it's there. I feel it for sure.
I want to go to the question of, I'm from Delamo, Carson. I know you from Long Beach, and the LA area in general. We know gangbanging is like second nature. Like it's just natural. We see it everywhere. Whether I'm in like the burbs type of area or somebody coming from the hood, like you gonna experience it. I want you to talk to basically the steps that you perceive can happen so it doesn't happen again, where someone's in your footsteps or someone's in your brother Victor's footsteps.
Like
or
what
Jamal.
advice would I give somebody to like avoid the steps that me and my brother
damn
took?
near like it's damn near how like from
To prevent
NorCal is like we can't prevent that shit, and y'all like we can prevent that shit down in Northern California, but for y'all it's like a part of y'all households damn near, like you say.
Yeah.
Your uncle can, you feel me, be involved, your dad can be involved, your grandma can be involved. Like it's just a part of y'all household.
My mom, dad, and brother all was gangbangers.
Yeah.
But we saying like, how can it be prevented? Basically, yeah.
I
Not necessarily prevented, but just looked upon a different way, because when the
That's what I
shit
was gonna
first
get
started,
to. On my
it
mama,
wasn't.
that's what I was gonna speak
It wasn't
to.
in the faction of, because I heard you speak on it of you speaking in tribals.
Yeah.
You feel me? And if you look at it in that faction, it's like they were doing these things to prevent these problems that we were going through earlier,
Right.
to protect and serve our communities rather than take away from the
it down.
community, tear it
Right.
down. You feel me? So Speak to that type of shit of it. That's the question.
So
I think, right, Bort?
Right.
I speak to like young active members all the time, whether I go inside these child prisons or I'm just talking to the homies on the street. Like, and what I tell them is I never tell them don't gangbang. I never tell them stop banging because
they ain't gonna listen.
It's pointless. Yeah. It's like it's just pointless. So what I do tell them is I ask them, do they really love their homies? Do you really love your homies? And of course, every nigga gonna be like, oh, my mama, I love the homies. That's my brother. That's my twin. Now they say twin. That's my twin. Right? If you love your twin, if you really love him, you gonna send him to crash out? I ain't saying shit don't happen. Y'all need each other. It's cracking out here. It's cracking out here with these police. It's cracking out here with these other niggas. It's cracking. Have your people. Have your tribe. Protect yourself. But love him for real. Don't have him crash out. Don't let him be getting high and not going to school. Because you know that's him crashing out, bro. Like, I try to talk to them about ways they could really love their homies and still have their name and still throw they set up. Like, still wear their color, still flag, do all the stuff. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a family, a community, a group of people that you identify with. But what you do to those people, what you do on behalf of those people, is what really defines y'all. So love your homies for real. For real, love them. Like, keep him from going to jail for 40 years to life. Like,
or dying. Facts. No, that's deep. Man, it's been a great conversation. We touched on a lot of different things that I think our audience will for sure be able to connect to. And we thank you for coming by, like sharing this with us on our podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Actually, it's not a podcast, it's a show.
Thank you for having me.
This shit mean a lot, bro. Real shit, man. This shit brings a very hell of a lot to us, bro.
On me.
If y'all ain't catch the story, man, y'all go catch it, man. Songs from the Hole, man. That shit
on Netflix.
Platinum. The documentary gonna catch you, and then the music is gonna just put you to bed.
All streaming platforms.
You can stream the
music.
Let me have you plug your socials one more time.
JJ'88, JJ_EIGHTY. You can find me on Instagram and you can cop the album Songs from the Hole. You can see the film on Netflix.
Yes, sir.
Watch it with your family, have a conversation after. Yeah. Then play the music after to kind of heal and eat and do good, you know. Do the whole thing.
Yes, sir. So before we have you leave us, let us have you perform for us, please.
Word, let's do Here Now.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
What's up, y'all? I'm JJ'88, and this Here Now. You know, when you got a glow, you gotta keep it on the low, you know. They see the flame on the low like a wall heater. I got the blower by the insulation, that's a wall heater. Young warlord leader. From my locks to my sneakers, got it locked like the locks in your speakers. D-block, what I reek up. Fresh out, really lost in the freedom. Gold chains and trips to Puerto Rico. When your money new, you know them lines on the prowl like it's high noon. Pigs want my high too. Turned a life sentence to a haiku. I grew up shooting dice in day rooms, watching dialbacks turn to DPs by the payphone. Homie, I got homies that's gon' stay gone. Rest in peace, Harvey J. Every day is 4th and long, but you know 80 don't punt. Running through the yards after busting out gallants. Every night I pray, cause first light I'm on the hunt. Baby, I'm a ball even if my height stunt. Crackers set the bars, I leap them like a high jump. I deserve a gold medal, you know, Negro Olympians. I danced with them devils, did a couple head spins. They took their pound of flesh and now they owe me dividends. It's evident. On me, never was expected to win. Yeah, but we here now. Was up the road, the walk was long. I stood alone on all 10 toes. Paid my dues, I kept it true. They said the trap, I made it through. Was up the road, the walk was long. I stood alone on all 10 toes. Paid my dues, I kept it true. They said the trap, I made it through. Yeah. We here now. On me. Man, I done caught some life aids. I was gone before niggas was typing first on MySpace. Ducking and dodging punches with mace all in my face. Raised, captured, I made a college out of my cage. And brainstormed through the rain. Before it's over, I'ma hold them for a whole season. I feel like Hova with the low Caesar. Self-made like I'm Black Jesus. Against the odds like a black fetus. Niggas be capping like team leaders. Movements egregious, I pledge allegiance to niggas who listen for keys when they plotting scheming. When you trapped inside that box, you learn to box your demons. Don't let these bland ass niggas press you out your seasoning for any reason. The walk was long, I stood alone on all 10 toes. Paid my dues, I kept it true. They said the trap, I made it through. Was up the road on all 10 toes. Paid my dues, I kept it true. They said the trap, I made it through. I'm here now. On me. Ain't easy. Thank y'all.
What's going on? It's your girl Bort, and this is a part of our show called Community Spotlight, where we highlight individuals, small organizations, or small businesses that are helping the community. We want to highlight the production company that we're using, Stacking Memories, who is producing phenomenal work. And if you guys want that juice, go ahead and tap in.
What I'm slapping, put in work to gain traction. Get me in that mode to make it happen. What I'm slapping, lace you a game to break the mold. The game is to be sold, not told.